everyone, Joe here from ActionX. Welcome to What's on the Tube, where we here talk about stuff in television. Normally we're doing episode by episode reviews, season by season reviews for already finished shows or long running shows, or doing these prediction videos. I forgot there for a second. So today we're doing the High School Musical, the musical of the series, season 3 predictions, where recently we just wrapped up our entire season 2 coverage for High School Musical, the musical of the series for the second season. But however, we're not quite done just yet. We're going to be doing this entire video. We're going to spend this entire time talking about dissecting everything we've seen in season 2 and where I think we'll see forward should we get a season 3. Because sadly, at the time of this video's recording, we have not yet been given the renewal, the notice that season 3 is happening currently. This could change right now because of COVID and where Disney Plus is going right now. Does High School Musical fit into their plans? I hope so they will. I think maybe they're just getting some contract stuff up the work now with, of course, Olivia Rodrigo's career taking off, and then just the situation since this is a high school show, so your actors have to be quite in a specific physique shape and an age shape to perform correctly. So we'll see all how that goes, but I'm very hopeful we will get that third season. So to start that off, yes, I do believe we will get a third season at some point soon. In terms of renewal, definitely we will not see it till, I want to say, summer 2022. I think that's the perfect time period to bring back for a third season. So about a year from now, 10 or 11 months, give or change, to give them time. Because the next season is going to be summer themed. Now, originally, I think High School Musical was supposed to premiere late last year and go into this year, but because of COVID, things got changed, the plans got changed, so that's why I think they pushed it back to all the way to May. But because I'm pretty sure, I think Disney Plus likes coinciding stuff. Like, I think the Hawkeye show is going to have a Christmas element that's going to coincide with, it's coming out towards the end of the year, so it's going to coincide like in that sort. So my opinion is we will get High School Musical season 3 around the same time of a launch when we got for season 2, but I think a little bit later on, just to have a full summer of HSM. But that's just my speculation. For me, I would perfectly be comfortable if I like less is more, but more is great. So I would be fine if they cut out an episode in season 3, but give them still a little bit more, so do 11 episodes. That's what I would prefer. I'm pretty sure we're just going to get 12 because that's normally how Disney likes to run things nowadays. So that's just my 2 cents on the matter. And now on to the actual premise of the story. What musical are they going to be talking about? Okay, last season, I forgot what my prediction was last season. I completely forgot what it was going to be. But here's the thing. We are doing HSM 2. It's time. It's season 2 was, let's not obviously blow our load in the first 3 seasons. I very much believe season 3 will be HSM 2. How are they going to do it, since, of course, obviously the whole Mankey situation, how maybe there's a summer camp for musical. Who knows how they're going to do season 3? I really don't know how to, but if we are getting a musical component, it will be an HSM2 adaptation. I do believe that will be the case. We got a small sneak peek of that towards the beginning of the start of the season with the premiere, but there's still so much more that could be done here. It will be very interesting since there's going to be a lot of new, interesting changes considering the way how season 2 ended up. At the end of the day, when we wrap things up, I could imagine them taking a different spin on the musical, similar to how season 1 was Ricky and Nini being Troy and Gabriella. I think season 3 could have the potential of doing something new with the material should they adapt HSM2 for their musical. So, onto the overall story. This season is going to be first of all, this is going to be EJ's farewell season. Because obviously he's the oldest of the cast. I'm pretty sure season 3 is going to kick off with graduation for EJ, and this being his last summer in Utah before he's off to wherever he's going. Plus, it's a High School Musical show, so I'm pretty sure they don't want to overload their load and just keep him on. I do believe this will be a send-off season, so whatever the main through line is for this season, it will definitely focus around EJ. And I'll talk more about that in the character segment, especially with his relationship with Gina. I feel like he's gonna be very interesting to see how this is all gonna develop and pan out. But I do definitely see EJ's departure playing a major role. Again, I still don't know how you're gonna fit in the musical stuff since technically, I mean, that's not even a summer school musical. There's not even that, so it'll be interesting. The only thing I can think of in introducing that component is the musical camp that Nini said in the start of season one when she was explaining how her and EJ originally got together. That could be used as the scapegoat to, hey, this is why, we're doing a musical during the summer. This makes sense. Could that be the case? Probably. I don't know. I could imagine them doing something new to try, kind of just shoehorn that in. Again, who really knows? Who really knows? I believe the theme about summer is, again, another HSM2 callback would be changes. Where season one was definitely them. Season one and two, you can argue they're both about finding identity and figuring out what they have to do for themselves to get to where the end goal is going to be for them. I think season three is going to be morally about changes, that we're going to have to get used to so many new things and so many new elements that looking back on it, you'll be even more shocked and surprised in how far their journey has come. And that'll set up an interesting pace from when they do go back to East High in a potential fourth season. But I'm getting really ahead of myself there. So anyway, so on to the characters themselves, because there's a lot of them for an ensemble show, but I'm going to start it up top base. This is my boldest prediction. I don't think this will happen, but this is a bold ass prediction. I am 90% certain Olivia Rodrigo will announce she will not be returning for season 3. I believe that I heard articles before that she is signed on for season 4, but because of her, I think everyone was unaware, between this show and her own personal solo career as a musician, as an artist, she blew up everywhere. I would not imagine they're not going to take any sort of time to let her finish the show, but they're going to push more onto her musical career. Again, I could be wrong. She could do both. But considering how things are, the show already gave her a perfect exit strategy, at least for season 3, where she is in contact with Gina's brother. Also, I forgot to mention, I will be spoiling everything about season 2 of HSM TMTS. So if you have not seen season 2 at all, this is not the video for you. Go all the way back and, start there. Don't come here. Oh, come back when you're done, or you stay on if you're finished with the season. That's what I meant. Anyway, back to it. They purposely wrote that in as a way because they are they're self-aware that Olivia has blown the hell up. They know she's going to be this big pop star or big musician in our current society. Like, everywhere I go on Instagram, everyone I'm following is using her song. She's blowing the hell up. This is the time for her to strike when the iron's hot. But that does mean that the show isn't that much of a priority, because doing the show requires to go out for filming, taking time away from making the music. And I know I sound like a producer / manager right now, but it's the truth. That's the nature of show business. And again, I really don't like commenting on rumors at all. I'm not a gossip person at all, but I am very well aware of what's been going on in the worlds of the actors, because it affects the show as well, in a matter of speaking. The whole rumor that her and Ricky's actor were together, and then there was a whole drama around them, and the only reason why they broke up was because of that. That's another indication that maybe she just wants to step away. No offense to everyone else. No one else seems to be in that direction of splitting off to do their own thing. I think Olivia's the only one. So I feel like for me, in my head, it would make sense to write off Olivia, at least for the 3rd season, and just say that, oh, she's away in Cali, recording her solo, beginning her solo career. Maybe we'll catch up on her again in season 4 when there's more room on the schedule for her. That's my prediction, though. I could be completely wrong. Again, that's why I say it's a bold prediction. I don't think it'll happen. I'm pretty sure she'll be back with the cab, but it's just a bold prediction. I'm just, who knows? I'm putting my 2 cents in that market there. So, but if she does return for season 3, I would, again, season 2 made it a very interesting case. Ricky and Nini maybe are meant to be together, but they're not meant to be together at the current margin. It does happen. There have been relationships where you were together for a little bit, then you break it off, you do something else, or you're with someone else for an X amount of time, and then down the line, hey, you already did meet your soulmate, but they weren't ready to be ready for you. They were still focusing on themselves, which it does happen. Sometimes people can stay together and work with each other as they grow up to their next person, but they know they're meant for each other, or sometimes they have to split off so they can grow up, and then when they come back, they'll have more time to focus on the romance and focusing on figuring out themselves, figuring out their careers. It does happen. It legitimately does happen. So that would be my case for season 3 for her, is that I want her to do, if we do get to see her on her journey with Gina's brother to become this like a big young teen star, I'm very hopeful that that's the direction they take her in. Like, let's forget about romance. Don't give her a romantic interest at all. Maybe keep it pure. Maybe that, yeah, Ricky is the one, but I'm just not going to focus on a guy right now. I'm just going to focus on the music. And that's what I would, again, you could still separate her from the cast. Because another thing that I did feel like I wasn't comfortable with season 2's, I'm pretty sure this was a COVID change just to like reduce the amount of extra cast they had. The whole plot line with the other program that Nene was in, because they really set that up very hard in season 1, and they just dropped it not that far into season 2. I'm pretty sure that was a COVID casualty, that they just couldn't work with that many amount of actors, and they just had to like, okay, we can just write them off in terms of like just Nene just is homesick and she just wants to come home. And I was a little bit bummed out by that, since I really wanted to see the separation like really affect them. And again, Nene didn't really serve that much of a purpose in the musical, since like the Rose song was great. It was a great original song that is in connection with Beauty and the Beast, but it never was performed. It never was done. In reality, like, it didn't really matter if she was there or not. I would have made sense if she came back for the end to like cheer them on, and then you get all the drama stuff towards the end. But again, who knows what the original plan for season 2 was going to be in a pre-COVID world? But sadly, we're just living with the ramifications of that. Is it? That's what we're working with. So, but to boil it down, season 3, I want to see Nene progress in her music career. No romantic subplots, no anything. Just keep on doing that. That's what I would like for them to do. As for Ricky is another in a similar place where for so long, like, again, if you remember when I was reviewing season 1, I did not like Ricky as a character. I did not. I thought he was very self-centered. He was dumb. He was stupid. He's just doing this because some guy already has the girl. I want my girl back. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I thought that was just selfish motivation. And then when we progress into season 1, and I saw him actually dealing with real issues and seeing him as a real character, I got sold on him. In season 2, continued that trend of him dealing with so many changes in his personal life, with his family, with Nene going away for a little bit. He just isn't comfortable with change anymore. He just wants something that's solid and stable. And I want to, and the thing is that this is still like a big up in the air for me. I'm gonna wait to see how season 3 turns out. Is this whole Lily thing? Is this a con from Lily to try and trick Ricky out? Personally, I don't know, really. I really don't know. Lily is evil. She does have an evil side to things. But at the same time, does she have genuine feelings for Ricky? I really don't know. I couldn't tell the difference, because sometimes this is the same thing I thought of Gina in season 1, that Gina's going to be the Sharpay. She's going to be the villain. She's going to be a thorn in everyone's side. And then we were wrong. I was completely wrong, and the show did something new with it. They still acknowledge Gina made some mistakes, but now she's a different person. Maybe they'll do the same with Lily, maybe they won't. But in terms of the connection to Ricky, I just wish Ricky the best of luck as he, navigates through this tricky part of, the land called Lily. Who knows? And also, he has to now establish an entire musical identity that's not Nene related, since, yeah, he did Beauty and the Beast without Nene, and that was great, but like, we still have that question, like, can he do a full musical again, this with absolutely no Nene? Because I literally want season 3 to go in, no Ricky and Nene connection. They're just friends, they're platonic, and that's it. They're doing their own thing if Nene's involved. I'm just saying. I'm just, once again, clarifying that for you guys out there. So that's why I just want to see Ricky continue and figure himself out, and deal with any sort of more changes, and accepting the fact that life is going to change. It's going to throw many, many more curveballs in your way. So that's where I want to go to. EJ. Last season, I joked around that I want the writers to give EJ something. That was me last season. Going into this season, hopefully, they have obviously the whole Gina relationship is going to be like the main crux for them. They are now going to be a romantic couple. That's the indication where we're going into season 3. This time, the new question is, will they last? Because again, EJ's about to graduate. He might leave Utah, and where does that take him from here? Because again, at the end of season 2, he did not clarify himself where he's going after high school. Like, he has so much stuff to figure out, and I'm pretty sure staying in Utah is not the solution. So that's just going to create even more questions and comments and concerns for her. For him. Sorry, I was talking about Gina for a second. Like, oh, I'm on the Gina segment. Like, oh no, I'm not on the Gina segment. I'm not even tired. My mind just turned away for a second. But anyway, back to EJ. I personally just want him to figure his stuff out. Like, again, changes. That's the theme I want for season 3. He's gonna have to deal with the fact that maybe, him and Gina are just gonna be something special, but hopefully they won't be a summertime flame. But like in reality, like, yeah, we're gonna end up being together. But again, he has to go off and figure himself out and do his own thing. And I want this to be a very specific type of romance where I don't want it to be a fairy tale romance. I don't want that to be the case. I do want them to have a nice, sweet relationship as they both figure each other out. But at the same time, they have to both realize the severity of the timing, so they have to deal with that as well. So EJ's in a very good place right now in terms of story. They got 2 good storylines for him, and I'm really excited. Please don't drop the ball on them writers again. Please don't. I don't want to go back to season 1. I really don't. Please. As for Gina is she's interesting. She's in an interesting place, I'll say. Going into season 2, I thought that we got a hints of where her headspace was going to be at season 2, and I was actually right in the margin. So for season 3, I think Gina is going to blow up in season 3. I think that's going to be the case. If Nini does go out, I think Gina's going to take over as the central lead, and we're going to see her. Like, I'm 100% certain that if we get HSM 2 adaptation, I think there's going to be that stigma where they're going to continue playing. They're going to get Ricky back again as Troy, but this time give the Gabrielle role to Gina, and that might create some problems for her and EJ, since I'm pretty sure Gina's not going to be the cheating type at all, but EJ is going to be jealous that, like, once again Ricky is kind of taking away his girl, and that, I know that's silly high school drama, but it is a high school show, so like, don't be surprised if that ends up being the case. But I will imagine a point where Ricky decides to return the favor to EJ and decide to give the Troy role to EJ in order to, like, make sure, like, hey, I had my moment with Nini in the first one. This is your time. So I would hope for that to be the case in season 3 for Gina to also, like, she's always wanted, like, the spotlight. She wanted her chance to shine. This could be the season for her to shine. That's my opinion, that she's going to be the breakout this season, in my opinion, at least. As for our other characters, because, yeah, we still have a ton of other characters. Miss Jen this season is, like, going into this season. Again, this is only depending on what the hell are they going to do with the Menkeys. Because I said this in the season 2 review, and I said this in the finale. I was very unsatisfied with the way they just decided, like, okay, this entire season-long thing doesn't really matter. It doesn't. They just completely are just moving on to the next thing, you know? I was like, okay, you want to go that route? I don't mind, but it's just, I get the lesson, I get the moral, but I don't know, man. I was not for a little, and that was connected to her whole storyline with dealing with Zach, and now, like, you can still deal with Zach in season 3, but I'm like, if the Menkeys don't even matter for them anymore, then I don't know. I mean, I know Miss Jenny got the whole romantic subplot, but I don't want everyone just to have romantic subplots. Maybe give her a chance to explore her solo actress career again, or just double down. Because, like, again, she's got, like, 2 romantic options. Ricky's dad and Benjamin, the teacher. I'm probably going to forget his name once we start season 3 reviews up again, if we get them. We never got an answer to that at the end of season 2, so she's very torn right now, because we know she has feelings for the dad, but we kind of guess she has something for Benjamin, or she doesn't want to let him down. Again, who knows how this case is gonna end up, so we'll see how that goes. But for Miss Jen, I I really just don't want to like stick her with a romantic thing and then just just keep her regular mentoring the kids because I wanted to do something more. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they figure something out. I really don't. I can't come up with anything. I know the romantic subplot's going to be a thing for her, but regardless of that's all I have to say about that. Big Red and Ashley, they're like for their couple, they're so far a picture perfect couple. They've had some issues in season 2, but in season 3, again they set up this whole French guy connection with the other school. I'm pretty sure. Oh my god! I realized an awesome idea. We do the summer camp musical thing, but this time we have East High and North High teaming up to do this musical, and this would be again. Then you have the North High thing. Damn, I came up with that on the spot, and I'm just thinking, damn, why didn't I think of that earlier? Because now I'm like, well, they could just give Ricky and Lily the spot. I'm like, that wouldn't make sense thematically. So I'm like, okay, you know what, screw it. Yeah, because the Big Red stuff with Ashley. There's still a little bit more unexplored thing. There was that one episode in season 2 where Ashley did hope he would go off and get away from Utah so he can focus on his like what he wants to do. And obviously, Big Red has stated before he just wants to stay in town and make pizzas. It's a very common job, but at the end of the day, if that's what makes him happy, that's what makes him happy. But Ashley is striving for better, so that's going to be a clash of different outlooks of the future, and this will definitely create hopefully they're smart enough to admit that we have valuable time in our futures. We need to decide now if this is something that we're going to keep. So hopefully that will be their lesson throughout. Courtney and her guy, Howie. Why do we keep forgetting? Howie's such a common name. The first time I heard that name was in Full House when I was a kid. I was like, Howie. Sounds so weird. But for them, again, interesting place for them. They're recovering their relationship. This is the time where they're really straightening their thing. Hopefully the rivalry between East and North are gone forever so that they can focus on just themselves. Because I swear to God, if we do a Romeo and Juliet adaptation with them too, I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that storyline. That ain't gonna fly here. They're not. Carlos and Seb. It seems like they're just like that couple that somehow it works out, even though they shouldn't on paper. I will still say let them keep finding the odds, put them through more trials, and just show them that, yeah, they are meant to be together regardless. That's all I got, really. I mean, Carlos had that whole freezing act, the whole photogenic thing at the end of season 2. That didn't really go anywhere. I think they're just going to focus on themselves for now. That's where I think they're going to go into. As for the North Hat kids, if you put, I do believe they'll have a major role in season 3, regardless if we get a Menke's resolution or not. Somehow they're going to tie them in because those are new characters. They got them into that universe. So I do believe they're going to stick around for a while. How will they implement them in the musical stuff for next season? I don't really know. Your guess is as good as mine. The summer camp idea does sound like an interesting idea. And now the more I talk about it, the more I think they're going to do it. But again, it just depends how things go with everything. So just wait on there. But the one thing I do want to see in season 3 is a proper everyday adaptation. I want to see that because the thing I didn't like about season 2 as well, they skipped over the iconic dance moment in the play. I'm just like, you can't just do a Beauty and the Beast adaptation in your show if you don't do the dance number. I know it would have not made sense, but if you don't do it, it didn't really acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can. Don't flub it out. The rest of the things, but I need an everyday adaptation for these guys. I do. I really do. And if we don't get it, I'm going to riot. Because I've dealt with it a lot with this show last season, and I'm really not going to look forward to more if we get that. So, that's all I want. That's really all I want. But, yeah, I think that's all I have to write about this. So, again, Disney Plus, this is my message to you. Renew the show. Damn it. Pay Olivia Rodrigo whatever she wants so that she can keep being part of the show. But if she's got to go, she's got to go. She's definitely going to be more prominent around the world. I don't even know how many Instagram followers she has. She probably has 10 million by this point. I could be wrong, though. I'll check my phone later. But I think that's going to do it for me. Again, Disney, renew the show. If you do not renew the show, I don't have a friend. I really don't, because I got the mouse eaters waiting for whenever you decide to take over the world. I'm ready to comply. And I know that sounds kind of scary, but it's the truth. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today, everyone. So again, this has been your season 3 predictions for High School Musical, the music of the series, as well as your conclusion to this round of High School Musical coverage here on What's in the Tube. It has been a fantastic journey. It's been a fun 14 weeks talking about High School Musical again. Well, technically 15 if you count the HSM 3 review I did at the start of this. So it's been a very fun 4 months. I love doing this. Summer's wrapping up already, and I was just thinking like, oh, the finale is so far away. We have a whole summer to explore. Summer's mostly over, and I'm just thinking to myself, damn, that went by way too fast. It really did. But again, this has been a very fun ride. Hopefully we'll get to do this all over again next year for season 3. Again, Disney renewed the damn show. But again, thank you so much for joining me on this ride. Because if you've been unaware, this has been What's in the Tube from ActionX, covering the entirety of HSM TMTS's second season, as well as giving a brief insight to where I think season 3 might go. If you want to know what we're doing overall What's in the Tube, besides our now wrapped HSM run, we are doing DC Stargirl episode reviews each and every Wednesdays for season 2 after a brand new episode on Tuesday nights on the CW, or free the next day on the CW app that just started up, so go check it out there. We are doing Walker episode reviews each and every Friday mornings after a brand new episode on Thursday nights on the CW, or free the next day on the CW app. We just wrapped up those episode reviews with the finale. Finally, those are finally over. Then season 2 is going to start up. But however, this coming week, we're going to do the season 1 review, non-spoilers for anyone who has not yet checked out Walker, just quite yet. And then the week after that, we're going to be doing a season 2 predictions video, as always, with the show returning in October, our shortest time period yet for waiting. Tomorrow, we're doing a Titans season 3 first impressions, where I'll be reviewing the first 3 episodes, and probably will be the longest What's in the Tube episode yet. I haven't recorded that yet. That comes out. I'm gonna record that, I think, on Friday. I'm recording this a little bit earlier since I'm out for the weekend, so I won't have time to record this like closer to the air date. So I apologize. That's probably gonna be the longest since I'm recapping all 3 episodes. It is technically the start of a review series if we do get it. I don't think it will, but who knows? Who knows? Also, starting up on Monday, we'll be doing our Heels episode reviews, starting on Stars this Sunday, which is technically tomorrow if you're watching this live. So that's a wrestling show that's going to be brand new for me. And will I wear a Speedo? Probably not, because I do not own a Speedo. And that would be a very, very disturbing sight. And I don't think I'm legally allowed to do that on the internet. But that's all for now. But if you're a High School Musical fan, I'm sad to say this is the end of the road for hopefully a while. We will be back when season 3 does get announced, when season 3 is about to air. We will probably have a lead-in with Sharpay's Fabulous Adventures, that movie review, which I'm now dreading, but I promised I would do that, and now I'm screwed. That's not going to be a fun ride for me. But again, if you were unaware, this has been What's the Tube from ActionX. Please subscribe to ActionX on youtube.com/ActionX videos. Like, favorite, share this predictions video if you want to, but it helps us get us out to the other members of the Wildcat family who has yet to discover us, helps us be of that YouTube algorithm that hates me ever so much, and as well as sharing is for free here on the internet. Follow us on social media to stay up to date with any sort of updates for the channel, including our brand new Instagram page. And for all you Wildcats out there, thank you so much for joining me on this leg of the journey for High School Musical. Hopefully we'll be back for season 3 in the future, but until then, stay safe out there, be good to each other as always, and of course, peace out.